another week of stuttering silence. But yeah. So apparently we're going to war. Is what they said. I don't know.
Apparently we're going to war.
Yeah. Well, like they texted in the chat and they're like, "Hey man, we're going to war."
Stop fearmonger.
You want a fearmonger?
No.
You don't. Want
don't.
To? Fear.
That shit's scary.
Scary. No, I'm playing. But no. I mean, I'm a little like worried because like Ryan didn't even understand like the full concept of like what's happening with Russia. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, if we go to like,
nuclear fallout.
Yeah, he's like, well, how bad could it be? We're on the East Coast. I'm like, Ryan, like, we are way past the point where like they could reach us if they really want, or they would hit. Could they hit Philly?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Russia's closer than you think Russia is.
Well, no, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying like
it. Yeah.
How long do you guys think it would take for like the whole place to just go like up into flames?
I think it's like a.
I don't know. Depends.
I think it's like a 5-hour window to get to Los Angeles, like the rockets they have.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long it would take to get to East Coast.
Just wild, bro. I honestly can't believe it's like actually happening. Because there's this meme that I saw. It was like what Putin's doing to us. It was like The Simpsons or whatever it was, or
Family Guy.
Family Guy, and he pulls the thing and he's like, oh, and then he puts it back, and then he pulls out like a hanger or some shit like that, and everyone's like, what do you do? Pulls like a gun, and then he puts it down, and everyone's like, ooh, freaking out, and then they're not freaking out. It's like what Putin's doing to everybody.
Cold War 2.0.
I don't think this is gonna be a Cold War though.
Probably not. I don't know even if it's gonna escalate.
You think so?
I don't know.
Well, Britain was like, if they like come in, like, we're gonna fuck shit up. But like, Ukraine's not even part of NATO. What did he say the other day? He was like,
he said if they join NATO and try to bring back, what are you sure? Crimea.
Why don't we just give him Ukraine?
Well, so why does he
like,
want
what?
Ukraine? Is it just because it's the easiest route into Europe, or like what?
He wants.
I
think he just wants the Soviet Union back in its full form, and that includes taking the territories.
Well, if we can beat Hitler, we can beat Putin.
But I already explained this though. Like the only reason we got out of that clean is because no one else had the power to nuke us back.
But
so we got out of there clean because we dropped 2 nukes on Japan and said, all right, guys, this is over.
Yeah.
We can't do that anymore because we can drop 2 nukes. Every other country can drop 5.
Except for North Korea, apparently.
I thought they tested shit. I thought they do have nukes.
Who knows, bro? I'm still pretty sure they're Wakanda. I'm still pretty sure North Korea is like this, it's got this veil because it's actually utopia. And that's why everyone's lying to us.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's this whole thing that like they're like only alive or functioning because of China.
Yeah, but that's what they want you to. That's what they want us to think. We really have no clue what's going on there. And that's why I believe it's a hidden utopia.
You really think so?
Oh yeah.
Just go over there. Just text Kim, be like, hey man, I wanna like come over. Can I just like send it?
Dennis Rodman got to do it.
Well,
he said that place was great.
Yeah.
He was also friends with Kim Jong Un.
He also saw the true North Korea.
That's true.
All right, then what's this whole thing with like if like you look at like if you look at like at nighttime or whatever it is, you can see like the lights, right?
Dude.
You only see like one.
If you look at Wakanda, when you're outside the force field, it looks like a fucking rainforest. You go inside, it's a big ass amazing city. So unless you're there, you have no clue what the truth is.
So you think once you fly into there, right? You get to South Korea, you cross the DMZ. Is that what it's called? DMZ, right? Demilitarized zone. That it's like this beautiful, architecturally amazing utopia of what everyone wants the world to be, and that's what North Korea is.
Well, I literally saw videos of soldiers from North Korea getting shot trying to get to South Korea. So I don't think North Korea is really that good of a place.
And we also watched the movie where the moon fell to Earth, and that shit could look kind of realistic. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
I remember G was like, "Hey, yo, let's go watch a movie." I was like, "Word," and I really didn't check the movie yet. But did you? Because you watched the trailer.
No, yeah, I watched the trailer and I went, "This shit looks crappy. I'm not going."
Yeah,
dude. Up until the movie started, I thought we were seeing Moon Knight, like the Marvel movie, and then it said Moonfall, and I went, "What?"
It just got announced. That's just not out.
Yeah, it was like $5. It was like $5.
Look, he calls me, or he texts, or somebody. No, who texted me? Cody, maybe. Somebody was like, "Yo, we're going to the movies," and I was like, "Okay, what are we seeing?" Oh, Moonfall or something. Yeah, I was talking to Cody, and he's like, Moonfall. I was like, what is that? And I thought he meant Moon Knight. Like, you know, I didn't know when that was coming out, so I was like, okay, whatever. And then we get there, and I sit in the seat, and like the trailers are, you know, doing their thing, and then it comes on, and I was like, what? Like, I was really confused.
Where's the Marvel intro?
Yeah, where's the Hulk?
You get there and you see the trailer for Moonlight, and you're both like, wait, what's going on?
Out June 7th.
Wait, what?
I'm in full Iron Man cosplay. What?
Just like, dude, I thought it was, you know,
It was awful.
It wasn't that bad.
Dude, it was bad.
I bet it stunk.
Dude,
No, it
was
was bad.
I'm gonna tell you what happened in the movie. I'm gonna ruin it for everybody else too. Okay. So the whole first like hour and 10 minutes of the movie or whatever is just basically you have like a couple of astronauts go to space. One of the astronauts inevitably dies to this like floating mechanism thing, this like liquid-ish shit.
Wait, someone already tried explaining this movie, and I really don't care.
No,
it really sounded bad, and I don't want to.
No, I don't. I have to. You don't. You. It looks bad and it sounds bad, but you don't. You just listen.
All right. I'll give you 90 seconds to explain the movie then.
Okay.
I'm counting.
Basically, there's an astronaut. He's one of two astronauts that survives this like mission, right? Like, up to the moon, right? Or up to space. He gets scapegoated by NASA. He ends up ruining his life. I'm explaining it.
Hey.
He ends up ruining his life. They end up ruining his life, and they make the person, Halle Berry, who was his partner up there, make her like head of NASA or something like that, right? So whatever's going on is like that, and then all of a sudden they're like, holy crap, the moon is getting closer, and they're like, bullshit. So then the moon's getting closer and closer and closer. Things are starting to like happen, like the ocean just like huge tsunamis start hitting like California, but the worst part about it is there's literally a tsunami coming encapsulating California, and guess who survives? That's right, the main character, but not just the main character. Everyone surrounding the main character. So like 15 people just survive in this like one of the worst ways possible. Like they're literally like in the water, and then they're like, no, we're just gonna go up, and then they're just safe. And I'm like, huh? Mm-hmm. And then the moon's getting closer. So basically every time you have like a main character or like branch characters that are like to his family or friends, the moon is literally about to hit our atmosphere. People are flying up into space. Like whole cities are getting thrown upwards into the sky. And you have like some Asian chick and the main character's son holding onto a wooden post, and they're being pulled up like, you remember tornadoes from 1991?
Yeah.
Getting pulled up like that, and then from the moon is pulling them.
Yeah, gravity.
But they're not going anywhere because the plot armor. And then all this is happening, and then the last like 40 minutes of the movie, it turns into like Star Trek. They go into the moon. The moon isn't real. The moon's like an internal bunker for alien technology, because we weren't put here by God. We were put here by our ancestors that traveled through the universe.
Yeah, this is the part that I was. Somebody explained to me. I was like, I don't care.
And then they're like flying around in this. They're flying around in the moon, fighting this alien nanotech thing, and then they just win. And then they go back to Earth and everything's fine. And like they're sitting there and they're like, oh look, there's like the Chrysler building because it's in like the Poconos now or some shit. And I'm just like, I was like, not only like the movie had no like nobody cared about the main characters just took everything. It was like what was that movie
about what?
There's a movie where it's like the main character like gets shot and like beat to hell, but like just it's kind of like not John Wick, but there's a movie where basically like nothing bad happens to the main character, and that's all it is. You're just watching a movie about things happening that don't make sense and aren't interesting, and that's the whole movie.
Yeah, I would say all disaster films are not good. I can name a single good one, and it's because it's not an action movie. It just happens to be about the world ending, and that's all.
2012.
No, that movie sucks.
I like that movie. The day before tomorrow. Or
no,
some shit?
that's an okay movie. That's not.
The one with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones for its genre. I wouldn't say it's a.
Then what were you talking about?
Steve Carell, searching for a friend at the end of the world, or whatever it is. That's a great movie. It's about this. It's about like the world's gonna end. This dude was already like depressed beforehand, and now everyone knows like a comet's coming to hit, and he meets this chick and just like travel America.
Oh,
like that. That's a that's a really good disaster movie, but it's because no one's trying to stop it.
Like, all right, what about like Armageddon?
No, I don't.
When they go up, they have to like blow that big ass like comet or whatever the fuck.
I think people put too much stock in like in 90s in early 2000s shitty movies because they have big names in them.
Yeah, like if action movies are as good as the explosion you can have.
If you put anybody else in Will Smith's place, the movie tanks. But it was only because he was that big at that time.
Like the only reason, Moonfall and those Don't Look Up, the exact same movie. The only reason that's somewhat good is because the actors they have in it.
Yeah.
Without those actors, it's as crappy as Moonfall.
Don't Look Up. Which one was that one?
That was the DiCaprio movie. It's the exact same movie.
Yeah,
about
like
a comet coming to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Also, do you know what I feel? You know what's crazy is, you know how you hear like an asteroid field, right? And you think, oh, you can't fly through it because you know we could fly through it and have no problems. Because you know the asteroids, on average, in an asteroid field are 600,000 miles apart from each other?
Space is big.
Yeah. Like, we always... Like, it's always funny to me because if you think about it, whenever we do a movie about space or whatever, we have to seriously, like, reduce everything's size by, like, almost quite, like... I don't even know how much you would have to... But it's literally, like... You'd have to take everything and shrink it for the main characters to have it make sense, for them to be in a dire...
It's so boring. Like, how space exploration actually works is if you're going there, the course you're trying to, like, correct is for, like, millions of miles away because you already have the first 100 million's good. You just gotta calculate for what the next 100 million's gonna be.
So you're saying when they had that big calculator guy in the movie in Moonfall, when he's calculating the trajectory of which way they're gonna land?
Oh, he's calculating, but yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this man pulled out his iPhone. They said, "We need you." It was just like some rando, like tinfoil hat guy, and they go, "This is your time." He's like just like some fat dude that just like loves space, and then they go, "You're gonna come on the ship with us." He goes, "Really?" And they go, "All right, you're gonna calculate it. How far is the trajectory from the moon and where we're gonna land?" He goes, gravity, and he pulls out his iPhone, and then I'm like, dude, like
he does it on his calculator, bro.
Like,
and then it was correct. It was exactly correct, and I was like, I can't buy it.
He dropped his iPhone. He calculated nothing. I was like, bro, but it was pretty good. You know, I give it like a 10 out of 10. 5 stars.
5 stars.
100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, one of the worst movies of all time has got to be like Titanic, right?
You know what's funny? I haven't seen that movie.
That's not like a disaster movie.
No.
It has a tragedy.
I honestly only saw Titanic like maybe 5 times.
I've never seen it.
That's a good amount. I mean, it's a long movie.
I haven't seen it in years. I haven't seen it probably since I was in like middle school.
Well, everyone's like, you should watch it. I'm like, dude,
you really don't have to watch it.
Yeah, like want to know how it ends.
I mean, it's good, but I wouldn't like. People are like, oh, it's top 5 my all time. I'm like, I don't know, man.
I think that is the first boobies I saw because they have.
Kate Winslet was.
Yeah,
naked.
but for PG-13, they still had frontal nudity.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of like nudity, I feel like in the past 2 years, like Netflix, HBO Max, and I don't know about Peacock. I don't have Peacock.
Oh, they're getting crazy.
Dude, it's just like dick swinging, boobs. I'm just like
it is no different than what Europe like. In terms of like our public like broadcasting like regulations and like what we have to do, it is far like in certain topics like when it came to like blood and gore in TV, that is something that we've had for years. That's something you don't really see in Europe, but they've had, you can say fuck and shit and cunt, and you can have boobs and dicks out on public TV in Europe. So like it's not too crazy to see that we're now also moving into that because it's not
uncommon.
It's not super uncommon to be okay with nudity.
I just feel like everybody should be okay with nudity, because like
people watch porn. People
no, but not even that. It's like it's like our bodies. The only reason that they can't put up is because it's sexualized. But it's like it's like if you can have a superhero take off his shirt, right, and be completely basically in underwear running around. The only reason why we can't do that for women is because their boobs are sexualized, right?
It's a fair point.
But it's just like they're just
free the nip, bro.
It's basically just fat, or like you know what I mean, like it's all it is.
Yeah, like, free the nip.
Muscle duct, like you know what I mean, like tissue. It's just it's all
sexy
it is.
Tissue.
Sexy tissue. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand. I feel like everybody like we all got the same parts, you know. Well, I don't, because anyway. That didn't sound right.
What?
Not in terms of my sexual organs, but in terms of appendages, and not in. Never mind. Talking about.
That just got weird.
You're saying he's different.
Talking about my fucking leg.
Oh, that's right. He is clubfoot. But, yeah.
But I couldn't think of the way to get myself out of that verbally. My verbal jousting was off.
I remember in 10th, 11th grade, we learned the biggest taboo thing was cursing. It was, I don't know what movie it was. I'll find it after the podcast, but it was some guy was whatever. I don't frankly give a damn, and that was the biggest thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
10th grade.
That's when I learned it. I don't know. I think it was when I was 10th grade, maybe younger. But they're yo, this thing was so taboo. This was the first time we cursed in cinematic history, and they showed us the clip, and it was something Leslie or whatever her name was. Frankly, I don't give a damn. Yeah. And I was like, what's so bad about that? And then there's
I thought you were saying you were shocked.
No. I was shocked at the fact that was so taboo, because I guess at this point I'm used to hearing fucking Samuel Jackson say motherfucker every 6 sentence.
Well, yeah.
It was the first female belly button shown on TV was it was an Oscars award or something.
Really?
They were they would put fake skin over that genie show where you should go.
Oh yeah.
If you see they would cover it up, but they would still put fake skin over a belly button just in case.
What?
They would show. Yeah, they were
really.
They used to be crazy things like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Now if you go on Netflix, you watch Outer Banks, bro. Or that's not Outer Banks. That's a bad example. But just watch a regular Netflix show, just titties.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Might as well be having sex at that point.
Yeah. Hot. Hot.
Is that how you pregame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pregame is Pornhub with.
Nah,
Netflix.
I just Google image tits. And I just scroll at all the pictures.
40-year-old man tits.
Tits.
Just cows.
No, stop.
Occasionally tweet it out by accident.
By accident.
Dude, it's just funny how you see Twitter over anybody else, because it was the one day I think for the podcast I friended you on on our podcast page, and so I could start tagging you. And then I was just looking through your feed. It's the most random. I don't give a fuck. You know what? My pillow is pink today. Bro, my pillow is pink today. Shit's wild, bro. I'm just
I don't know. It depends on what Twitter account you're looking at. Because I only have an account for 2 years, and I get tired. I delete it.
Yeah.
I fully delete it, so all my tweets, and 6 months later, man, I want Twitter. I just make a new account, and I just start tweeting again.
That's how Gio is. Gio will make it, I wish I had that ability. He will make an Instagram account, post stuff, and then so we'll all go out, we'll take pictures or whatever. You go to tag him, doesn't have an account.
Yeah.
Hey yo, Gio, this was us from 5 years ago. Let me send this shit to you. No Snapchat. Hey yo, bro, don't got that. But then all of a sudden I'll get tagged in something or whatever, and I'm you got an Instagram now? He goes, yeah, maybe for a couple days. We'll just see how it goes. And then a week later, doesn't exist.
Yeah. You just gotta live like you're in 2012, bro.
I wish I could go back to 2012. Oh, yeah. I remember.
You can.
No, listen.
So it's a mindset.
Listen, I remember 2012, 2013 year, my freshman year of high school. I was in Mr. Hartman's class, and this was probably 2013 now, but it was springtime, and we would be in the computer lab, and it would be 68 degrees outside. We're all just playing on our phones, scrolling through iFunny and the beginning stages of Instagram, and all this stuff, and it was just it's just one of those core memories that I don't think could be replicated again for the situation that who I was surrounded by, what we were how we were interacting, sense. What we were talking about, that was top, and we didn't even know, we didn't even, you know what I mean? We were complaining about being in this 8th period, and then fast forward
you had 8 periods?
We had 9.
What?
We had 9 periods.
We had what, 7? We had 7. How does that work?
Each class was 45 minutes at a time. Class started at 7:30. So the bell, we would get let into school at 7:05. First bell was at 7, or no. Yeah, 7:07. No, breakfast was at 7:05. We got let into school at 7:15. First bell was 7:25. Late bell was, first bell was 7:20. Late bell was 7:25. So yes, 7:25. So 7:30. And then we had first period, second period, third period, 4th period, lunch, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There was 9, yeah. Right?
No, so. Bro. That's whack. We had 7. 7's the magic number.
I got more I got more I have more classes than you did.
What do you mean you have more classes? What is the average high school periods like? How many do they have? 7? Isn't 7 like average?
No.
What do you mean?
It completely depends on where you go.
Really?
I think PV does 8.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that work? I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb.
Maybe it's like you think about how there's other places that have other rules than just where you went to school.
Some high schools do block classing.
Like that's not.
And you have
Matt. This is not how this is. This is not the world in math. This is not how that goes. It's
some places do block classing where you only have 4 classes a day for half the year and then you switch.
Well, we had, I don't know if you guys probably not had this, but we would do Wednesdays and Thursdays were block days. No, so basically like Monday and Tuesday you had all 9 periods. Then Wednesday you had 1, 3, 5, 7. And then Tuesday, you had 2, 4, 6, 8. No, so it was only 8. We only had 8 periods. Yeah. Yeah, we only had 8 periods. But yeah, so it was 2, 4, 6, 8. And then on Friday, you had all your classes again. So on Wednesday, I would only bring certain books. Thursday, I'd only bring certain books, whatever. And it was actually lit because because each class was an hour and 15 or hour and a half long. And it sucked on Thursdays for me because that was like my science, math, like all the boring subjects were on that day. So it was just basically a whole day of just like being bored and upset. But Wednesday was lit because I had first period was like English, then I had like gym, then lunch, then like tech ed or computer lab or whatever, and then I went home. Bro. Like, never mind.
What?
I just remembered, I forget his name, but there was a teacher that told us some really, like, TMI shit our first year of freshman year, or first week of freshman year. He was like, it was tech ed class, and he put down the syllabus, and he goes, all right, guys, we're going to go around the room and, just share one thing about yourself, yada, yada, all the same crap. And he goes, I'll start. Hi, my name, I forget, I'm looking at his face in my head, I just can't remember his name. He's like,
Clay, can you flip that switch right there?
He's like, my name is whatever, and
switch. Thank you.
Nice. He's like, my name is whatever, and when I was like 21 or 23, I got into a really bad motorcycle accident, and I lost one of my testicles.
What?
And we all went. I was like this. I was kind of like, I was like, I was like, what did he say? And then the whole year, every time somebody got mad at him, they'd call him like half nut, or they'd be like, wow, you getting testy, bro? And then they would be like, you getting testy? And I was like, bro. I was like, why would you ever share that with your class of, like, 15-year-olds?
That's the whole point, bro. Just think he's funny.
But he wasn't trying to be funny. He was very serious. And then we all just laughed at him.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And then he was like, word. And then I don't think he ever told anybody again.
Look, he's got laughed at. I don't know why you would tell a bunch of 15-year-olds that.
That's literally what I just said.
I get, like, if you're trying to be funny, I get it, but, like, if you're going to be serious about it, that's just something that I really wouldn't...
Like, he wasn't like, hey, guys, I lost a nut. He was literally just like,
yeah.
Hey, guys, listen, so, my name is Mr. Blah, 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 and I was like, what?
Yeah. That's just some whack stuff. I don't know. God, is it that easy to lose a nut?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there's so many ways you can lose a nut, dude.
Kind of just chilling there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Swinging in the breeze.
You could
shift, sit on your nut.
You could shift too many times in your sleep and wake up with it twisted around.
Oh.
You have testicular torsion.
Yeah.
And that's where it just accidentally gets twisted inside. Like, that could happen from any sort of movement. No. You could accidentally fuck it up.
Damn.
Yeah. No. There's so many, like, medical shit where, like, it's just not on the top of your mind. But it's just like out of just like a random bullet hits you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There are so many things.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. Not my...
Dude.
You guys want to hear some?
What's
shit that can happen? Yeah.
What was that one thing? What was her name? It was during, I think it was Revolutionary War or the Civil War. She got shot through the door. Because you can, like, visit her house. It's, like, haunted. She got shot through the door when they were trying to escape... I think it was a Civil War.
Marie Antoinette?
No. Oh God, no. She got beheaded because of the.
I know you're talking about.
She got shot through a door because the
Marie Antoinette. You're thinking of?
No, that's not even in the same timeline. No. No.
Winston Churchill?
No. There's this. I forget her name. There's like a whole
Wesley
house.
Snipes as Blade.
Can we watch that movie today?
Yeah, I'm down. I have work at 5 though, so.
You guys are boring.
I have work.
I don't
work on all
I'm
Saturdays.
going home and playing Call of Duty. That was my plan.
But it's such a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
To do what?
Try to play spike ball,
bro. We should go sign us and play spike ball.
I'm down.
Skip work.
Can't do
time,
that,
bro. You said 5.
Got 5, yeah.
All right.
All right, word.
Pump out another 20 and get the fuck out of here. A quick 20 minutes to get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys. So speed run.
Drops.
What was that movie? Was it Evan Almighty or something like that with Jim Carrey, where he was making Steve Carell
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
I think I miss some I miss the early 2000s, man. Like in terms of like movies and like TV shows. Like I was watching like Everybody Loves Raymond, and like their problems in that show were like not problems.
What do you mean?
Like they'd come in and he'd be like, "Oh man, my wife's coming home," and then it'd be like she comes home, she's like, "Why didn't you do the dishes?" And he's like, "I'm Ray Romano."
Yeah. that was also a time where every single household, no matter how like rich or poor you were supposed to be portrayed in the show, you lived in a multi-million-dollar like suburban house.
Yeah. Like, look at Roseanne. Roseanne's supposed to be this like middle class, lower to middle class family, and they're living in like a 5-bedroom like triple story house, or whatever.
I mean, to be fair, the housing market probably was a lot different than too.
Yeah.
No. Even if you look at kids, if you look at any kid show, like live action kid show.
Oh yeah.
Even if they were the most normal kid from the most normal family,
they lived in like their dad and mom make like $800,000 combined.
iCarly. That was like a 20-year-old dude, and they're living in a 3-story Seattle penthouse.
Who doesn't have a job?
Yeah, he's an artist. Yeah. He sells sculptures and never sells a sculpture a single time in that show.
Yep, I remember that.
It's kind of like when
he has a meeting with his great art producer, and he comes down with like what was it the hammer wheel or whatever it was.
Yeah. It's kind of like you ever see like TV shows even nowadays where they're like, I have to reinvent my life. I moved out to California with $7 and I made it.
How?
Doing what? Like, what did you do? Just go and spend that $7 to sell your soul to the devil? Like I just hate movies like that where they're like, yeah, or like TV shows or even real life celebrities talking about how they made it. They're like, I went out to California or whatever when I was 21 and I only had like $100 to my name and I got a little, and then they're like, I got a little shitty apartment. Huh?
I mean, The Rock did it. What, $7?
They're lying, man.
Yeah.
They're liars. They're lying.
The Rock's father was a professional wrestler.
No, I know that.
They might not have that much money, but they were famous.
Am I just that gullible to where I believe that shit?
They're not. They're lying to. Okay, Matt. Imagine if I call you and I went, "Hey, man, I'm going to California with $100 and I'm just going to start a new life."
He will be on Skid Row by
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like it's gonna be bad. So like, sorry, I don't think you went out there with. You might have had $100 in your pocket as like spending money, but like.
But you already had a lease set up with an apartment.
Yeah, he had everything set up. He went on his private jet to the. Like, oh man. But no, I do miss like. Do you guys ever watch that show from like 2004, like Yes Dear? You ever hear that show? It's basically like Everybody Loves Raymond, but like different twist on it. And so like the guy, I think the actor himself is gay because he's very like flamboyant, but he has a wife, and so it was always weird for me as a kid because he'd be like, "I'm not gonna do that," and then his wife comes up and he's like, and he's looking at her, he's like, let's have some sex. I'm like, this doesn't fit. Something here isn't working.
Yeah. And
I don't know. I just miss those old shows. Like,
I think the only sitcom that we should allow our kids to watch is Boy Meets World. Just on repeat. Yeah. That's the only show that any kid should be allowed to watch growing up.
Not even The Fresh Prince?
No. You have to wait till you're at least 13. Talking kids. I'm talking young kids.
Oh, okay.
Growing up, only Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. Not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Codename Kids Next Door.
I never watched the
Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents.
Those were fun watching as kids, but like, look what happened to all the people who watched those as kids, bro. Like,
who watched that?
Like,
That's wild.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we're doing too well for ourselves.
Yeah, but green juice guava or green something guava
green juice, guava juice, giant cake, birthday cake, large fry,
chocolate shake.
No,
giant snake, birthday cake, large fry, chocolate shake.
Yeah.
Dun.
Isn't SpongeBob like still running though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know how.
How do they kind of keep up with content for all that? That's one thing I always wondered is like.
Well, that was like a thing actually. I saw on TikTok the other day. It was like SpongeBob reuses bits. They just change characters. They change settings so you don't notice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it'll be like, "Hey Ben, you've got a green shirt. Get off my shirt!" And then it's like a conflict. And then the next episode, you'll say to me, "Give me your socks." Oh. You know what I mean? Like, you have blue socks. Get on my socks. And then like they just keep doing that.
Yeah. SpongeBob's also changed that. Like. It isn't the same, like...
No, it's
like,
way different.
Like, SpongeBob used to be, like, a really weird, like, surrealist... Not... How do you say that word? Surrealist.
Surrealist, yeah.
Surrealist, like, show where, like, you'd have, like, gruesome close-ups and, like, weird shit would happen out of nowhere. Like...
Yeah.
You remember when Patrick turned into a man in the gorilla? Yeah. Like, that shit like just happened. It was like, and that's how the episode ended.
Yeah.
With like a gorilla riding a man in a zebra costume away in the sunset. Shit like that would happen.
I forgot all.
Do you remember the future episode?
Like, yeah, like that. Or even like the very first episode of SpongeBob. If that was like the very first time you ever watched SpongeBob, it would be the most confusing.
Yeah.
Do you remember like
I don't remember this.
The introduction to Fry Cook?
Mm-mm.
Where it's like this guy narrating over the whole episode of like
yes
yes
I do remember that.
You know,
I remember
it's a weird show. Like it's got some weird moments.
I remember that. With like the burger coming out.
Okay, that I remember.
That
whole episode was just narrated. Like it wasn't it just had SpongeBob in it. Like it was a dude narrating a SpongeBob episode. It's weird as fuck.
Or when they would switch to the live action pirate guy.
Yeah.
That was
like, that show had weird moments.
Yeah. Yeah, I never realized
David Hasselhoff.
I wrote the Hasselhoff and I brought the show back.
Like, you know what I didn't realize?
Used to get crazy.
You know the pirate in that movie, like the show, like the live action dude. You know that's the voice of SpongeBob.
Really?
That's the
guy.
I
didn't know
that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, oh shit.
Most animated shows only run off of like
two
or three voices.
Well, you saw that's how the Clone Wars was.
Yeah.
For Star Wars, it was like they had a voice actor for Darth Maul. And then you had the narrator was also like 6 different characters in the show. And then like the guy that would do like the narration for like when the text is coming down, he would read it. That guy was also like General Thawne and then like somebody else and somebody else. And then that's how the whole show ran.
Seth MacFarlane was the entire cast of Family Guy for like the first 7 or so years before.
Except for Lois and Cleveland.
Yeah, but like everyone else.
Joe. Like, it was him. He does...
Before he brought in, like, Mila Kunis, before he brought in Seth Green, like...
No, that's how they started the show together. Really? Yeah, they were all season 1, yeah.
No, Family Guy got rebooted. Family Guy was a very small, like, eclectic show that ran for a couple seasons and immediately got canceled. And then,
really?
Yeah, and then it was brought back years later.
The first season was what, like 2004? Because I remember I rewatched Family Guy and everybody was in it from like the very beginning. That might have been after the reboot.
Yeah.
But
I think we gotta start running 2 laptops when we get in here.
I'll run your laptop.
What? I know you don't mean this one. I know you're gonna beat my. I always do that random shit like, hey man, I'm trying to run to the store. I'll run you. Hey man, I'm gonna run to the store. Why don't you just walk?
Let's just walk.
I
do that all the time at work.
Dude, I remember, not that anyone actually gives a fuck, but like we were at work. I think was it Molly or someone? She's like, I'm just gonna run to the thing. You're like, why don't you just walk? She's what? I'm like, oh, she got so frustrated. God damn.
Yeah.
But no, it's just weird to like think about all those shows that like we grew up on, or like a Saturday morning, everyone just show up at someone's house. Hey, we're watching like whatever, Kids Next Door or Dexter, or not
Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory, yeah, things like that, or Danny Phantom. Or
I just think it's wild how like some of those shows like really were really off the wall weird. Like,
I know.
Like Samurai Jack.
I never watched Samurai Jack.
You never watched Samurai Jack? Samurai Jack was that dude, first of all. So you have to watch it. But it was also a pretty weird show. Like, there's a lot of shows. Like, if you ever really, like, dive and, like, actually try to watch, like, Codename Kids Next Door now, it's weird. Like, the way that they interact with each other and, like, what they're doing is real strange.
Well, see, back then it felt normal. Like,
that's what I mean.
I never would have thought about it.
It did get canceled after the first season.
What was
1999.
99, yeah. Because their first actual one that got picked up by Fox was 2001, yeah.
Wow. So it got canceled. And then someone brought it back.
That's probably why he brought in Mila Kunis and
maybe, yeah.
the other lady.
I mean, I couldn't figure out if they were there or not before the cancellation, but after they were.
Yeah.
So they might have been there the whole time.
Yeah, because I remember I was trying to rewatch Family Guy. I got to like season like 8 or something, but they were all in it from the episode 1, and I was going. But that show changed drastically.
What did Family Guy?
Yeah,
but I mean,
I don't think it was ever that
really
funny, but it definitely is way less funny now.
I would say it's more entertaining than funny, if that makes sense. Like, I don't watch it to laugh. I watch it just to be entertained. Kind of like how I watch like
just background
like
stuff.
American Dad. Like American Dad,
yeah,
I feel like American
Dad.
Dad's better than Family Guy.
I like
but
American Dad.
I like American
Nothing
Dad.
beats King of the Hill though. King of the Hill is a great show.
I never, bro. Everyone always was like, "Yo, we're gonna watch this." Yo, did you guys see this clip? It showed me something on like Vine. I would think with Vine would have like all those clips, kind of how like TikTok.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby.
I really wanted to watch it. I felt so out of it.
propane and propane accessories.
God damn it, Bobby. Well, you see me trying to cup.
Is that what that's from? Oh my god.
I didn't lose my shins in the war, dude. he lost his shins only.
Dude, that show was great. And no, dude,
But the first season's really great.
Yeah.
But after that, it just kind of turns into a normal like the first season is laugh out funny every episode.
I just think that like Family Guy is you got like put them all on like Fox shows, right? You got like Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers. Like those would be like the three kings of like they're made basically like the same kind of animation style.
Did anyone ever actually watch Bob's Burgers, or do they just continue to put out episodes? Because I don't think anyone actually watched them. They just kind of just make episodes.
I've seen a handful of episodes. I haven't like watched it.
Yeah, you haven't watched. Like I've seen episodes, but I don't know anyone who actually watches that show.
I didn't even know it existed.
That's how I feel about The Simpsons.
Well, but
I never watched an episode of The Simpsons ever.
20 years ago, every single person was tuning in.
Yeah.
Every week to watch.
Well, no, that makes
that they are just kind of still making episodes.
Yeah.
But I think those kind of shit like they have to transition, or if they haven't already, like. I don't know if you guys like. Do you have cable in your house? Right?
No.
Yeah, I don't use it though.
My point exactly. I was at my mom's house a couple weeks ago, and we're watching TV, and I'm like, dude, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you have like 15, like maybe 8 to 10 minutes of actual show, and then 7-8 minutes of commercials, and then 8 minutes of show, 7 to 8 minutes of commercials.
Well, that's what I hate.
And then it's like it's something that like as you watch TV where like no real interruptions or like because like you have Amazon Prime, Netflix, whatever, you can just watch what you want.
Yeah.
Cable TV is kind of really going. The only thing cable TV had and why it became so big was because of how much you had to choose from.
Yeah.
And like what was on, and what you could do.
Well, also,
But now it's like you don't have that anymore.
That's not to say the shows they're putting out on streaming platforms are awfully good either.
No. I'm not saying they're great, but I'm
TV
saying I'm not even saying about what the shows are. I'm just saying how they're formatted. Like you can just continuously watch The Sopranos every episode over.
Plus, people.
It's why Netflix became so big.
That's what I'm saying. But with these kind of shows, or like with cable, it's like for like I don't know how anybody does it. Like I guess I'm just oversaturated with Netflix and.
Well, it's also because at the point where it's either you get cable, or you buy 15 different streaming platforms to every individual channel you want. And it is more like the whole idea that we had like 3 years ago, 5 years ago. They're like, oh, cut the box, like switch to streaming. It's gonna be way cheaper. It worked when everything was on 2 channels.
Yeah.
Now there are 25 streaming platforms, which you might get a streaming platform just to watch one show that they have.
I just
like how many adults are getting Disney Plus just for the Star Wars stuff and nothing else.
Well, I was gonna get Disney Plus when it first came out because I wanted to watch all my old like childhood movies.
Yeah,
but then I didn't do it, and then like Loki came out, all the Marvel shows, Star Wars shows, and then I was talking with my dad and Masa, and they were like, yeah, well, my Masa was like, well, we can totally like I might get it for like the house, like get like the 4-account one or whatever. And I was like, word, like that'd be cool. But then it's like, I have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Peacock. Although I don't use Peacock.
And each one's roughly $7 to $20 a month.
Yeah.
Well, no, see, my Hulu's free because I have my student account.
Same. Mine's also free. But like I just like if you were.
Is it free or it's like $4 a month or something, right?
No, through Spotify.
Yeah, through Spotify.
So how much are you spending on Spotify?
I spent $13 a month.
$6.
Okay, but that still is tied in then. So
well, yeah, it's tied in, but I get.
But it's
like $6-7. It's my student account.
Isn't it the student?
I just verified through my student
Spotify
email.
and Hulu for one set price.
Yeah, so it's like $7.
So you still are paying for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I know what you're saying is facts. It's one of those things where like, see, Netflix was so big, we had no other thing. Like when I had Netflix, right? Or I shouldn't say when I still have Netflix. Like, I really go on any of the streaming sites. The only thing that I go on like HBO for, I think, was watch like the one documentary like Into the Storm, or like whatever it was. But like I don't personally pay for that.
Well, so I think. I mean, do you remember how big Redbox was for a while?
Yeah, my dad loved Redbox. Always go to Redner's.
Oh yeah,
go in, get 2 movies.
Yeah.
Watch them for a day. But that's how Netflix was. You would order the movies.
Yeah.
Or the whatever it was, and then it'd send it to you. You'd have it till you got it for 4 days, and then you put it back in your mailbox. You sent it back.
Well, I remember back when I was a little kid going to like Blockbuster, obviously, and I don't know if you guys ever been to like. You ever go to Hollywood Movies?
Mm-mm. No, I always did Blockbuster.
Yes.
We would go back and forth, and it didn't matter. I'd get the same movies because I was like 8.
Yeah.
But but it was like just the like you walk in, it's like black tile floors. They're like glossed over. Everything's like neon purple and like blue. And then it's like, it says like Hollywood movie.
It's like a movie theater kind of.
Kind of, yeah. And literally like you have big candy machine, big selection of candy. Like the whole rack
Blockbuster was cool.
Yeah, like I miss it. I really do.
I remember the one next to Redner's right in Collegeville. I remember when that was getting taken down, and I was like, damn.
Yeah. And
then I had this like epiphany. I was like, damn, I really haven't been there in like years.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it would just come out on like cable, and you just wait for it to come out. Or I think Netflix was starting to get popular, so like you just catch them on there, and you never really went there. And plus, at the time, we were also going to Redbox. That's Redbox, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. So like you would just like my dad would go like on like a Sunday, say he would go get like groceries. It's like 15, 16. He would grab 2 movies. He's like, all right, guys, we're watching tonight. So then we all cuddle around like there was no reason to go.
Yeah.
So then we'd watch it for a couple of days, and then when we would pass by Redner's, you would literally just go boop boop and drop it.
Yeah.
But then like Netflix came out. That was big because it had all the movies. Everyone loved it. And then wasn't it On Demand was a thing too?
Yeah.
That also On Demand's for cable. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a way to watch cable shows.
Because that's what when we had cable, that's what I used to watch.
Big On Demand kid.
Yeah, I
watched so many movies
On Demand, bro. Yeah.
I watched so many music videos on demand.
I watched a lot of Adam Sandler movies on demand. Actually, probably what I just mainly use On Demand for. Billy Madison just rotating through.
I
love that movie.
Because we were young, like we were really young on the tail end of it. Mm-hmm. So like you would need like older people like you were hanging out with at the time. Like, did you guys like watch heavy MTV like music videos like as young kids?
No.
I remember because we would always hang out at my grandparents' house like after school and stuff. So my cousins would also be there.
Yeah.
And they were probably like 9 or 10 years older than me, so they were in high school when I was like 4 or 5, and we would just watch MTV music. Like I remember seeing like Weird Al's White and Nerdy.
Wow.
Or like Banana or like these music, like we would just watch and just dance along, and like it's crazy. And like I try to talk to you, and like I realized like how at the end of it, and like how young like I actually was like to experience that time. I was like, damn. I miss music videos.
I just remember when I was really young and my cousin Jada was older than me, and I went over about only like 6 months, but I remember we were over and she used to love the Backstreet Boys. And so we would do was watch Backstreet Boys. Like, she'd be like, "Let's watch this," and I was like, "Okay." And there was like a performance of them or whatever, and then like, I remember she would put on MTV as like but it would be like in the background. Like we wouldn't like watch it; it would just be on.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I don't really remember anything like what was on it, but I remember vividly Backstreet Boys and MTV because that was when it was like the big, I think the Splatter M, right? It was like the spray paint M thing, like their logo.
Yeah, I mean they would always change it up.
Oh,
like
okay.
you had the big M and the TV.
Yeah.
But like I remember because it carried over when I was a kid. Like I remember I was like 10 or so.
Yeah.
Anytime I was at my dad's house, I sit on the computer, turn on the TV. I remember I was probably one of like the first people to watch the Kesha music videos. They would come on. Like
yeah.
It was still like they would every like during a commercial break, like they would just play a music video.
I remember
it was sick.
I was in 6th grade when I found Epic Rap Battles history.
Yeah, I remember when my brother found out about
Epic Rap Battles history.
I remember I was in the computer science lab in like 6th grade, and we have a free period, so they unlocked the computers for like certain like YouTube and whatever. And so I remember I was clicking. I went to put in something about like wrestling or something because I was a wrestling kid, and and then I clicked the wrong thing, like I hit whatever, and it popped like Epic Rap Battles, and I was like, that sounds pretty dope. So then I clicked on it, and it was like the Chuck Norris one and like Abraham Lincoln, the first original one with like John Lennon and John Hannity or whatever, and like a couple of them, and I was like, what is this?
It was John Lennon, Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly, yeah. And then there's like I don't remember how many there was at that point, but I remember I was watching them and I was like, what am I watching? And then I was like hooked, dude. I knew like
Stephen
all the
Hawking,
words.
fucking Albert Einstein was so good.
I could. The first season, I could probably rap most of those songs. But I remember, right before they started doing that, Harry, he was really big into like watching. My older brother was really big into watching like freestyle artists and like rappers, and he found this guy named Epic Lloyd, who like people would put in comments, be like, he would do angry raps and things like this. So he would put in something and he'd rap, complain about it almost.
Yeah.
And him and his friend Nice Peter started Epic Rap Battles History. So so he introduced me to Epic Lloyd, and I really liked Nice Peter. He would do these clip show videos where he would just like have random like Google pics and he would sing a song over them. And like when they started Epic Rap Battles History, I was like, damn, this is what's up.
This is lit.
Dude, they were so much fun. Like, yo, bro, come here.
They're still making them.
Are they really? Are they as good though?
No.
Oh yeah, I didn't think so.
Is it still the same guys? Like, is it still Lloyd and Peter?
It's still Epic Lloyd and Nice Peter, but it's but then they also brought in they brought in Watsky for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. First season they had Watsky on a couple times.
And then they had some. I don't remember his name, but he's like a comedian. He's like a comedic rapper. That guy, the guy that did like Stephen Hawking or Stephen King against like Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know if you saw that one, but he was Stephen King. He did he's like the. I don't know where he's like. I don't know how to describe him. He's got like the black hair, big nose. Like
I was back when Cass and G ruled the internet. That's a name that like look on Match. Like there are millions of people who have no idea who Cass and G is.
I don't know who that is.
And it's kind of difficult like to explain like what his actual role like. But in terms of like early YouTubers and like getting people like together and like doing like comedic projects. That dude was huge. Like you could see clips of Cass and G, and like you wouldn't know who it is, but you'd be like, oh okay. If I told you that's who it was, like, Like, do you know who he is, Gavin?
I know the name, but I can't.
In the final season, in the final episode of the first season of Epic Rap Battle History, when it's Epic Lloyd versus Nice Peter, and the dude on the unicorn comes in, with the wolf T-shirt on, that's Cass and G.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. I don't recognize that name.
No, I remember back when YouTube was like, back when I first started watching YouTube, I was watching like I never liked PewDiePie, never liked
I never
Markiplier.
What about Fred?
Never hated Fred.
I know.
With a passion.
I watched.
He cracked me up.
I watched, dude. I watched this. Oh no, because I was even. Well, we were talking about this the other day because I came in for the podcast and I was like halfway through this 4-hour documentary about the whole history of Fred. Dude, watch that shit. It's 4 hours long.
I'm not watching.
Dude, it's so good.
Hey, it's Fred. Dude, that was five.
Wasn't John Cena on his show?
Dude, John Cena was Fred's imaginary. What Fred pictured his dad was probably. Dude, because it's really crazy. If you like, once you realize what the actual Fred videos on YouTube were about, and then you realize that they let him into like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, like the Fred character he's 5 years old. Like, he's 15 years old. He's like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, no, I know that.
But Fred is a 5-year-old kid.
Oh.
The character of Fred is 5 years old with an alcoholic prostitute mom.
Yeah,
and everyone in his life fucking hates him.
Yeah.
And like it really is a story about like this naive kid like trying to tell you guys how he's perceiving his world.
Yeah.
And like he's really fucked up at some point.
He goes in the pool. They always. What was his crush's name or his what was her name? Because they would always make fun of him because he would go in the pool and he would splash around. He would have his shirt on.
And Blade.
No.
What?
Well, no, that was one episode.
I'm just saying, like, where he would get bullied by
Kevin.
Kevin, yeah, yep. Oh God, those are such simpler times.
No, I don't. I just couldn't do it. Although, you know who ironically I did watch all the time was the Annoying Orange.
Oh, I never watched Annoying Orange.
God.
I watched a lot of Tabascos.
Hey, Apple.
What? Shut up! Yeah, no, I love those.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Or no, banana. Banana, orange glazed. Or no, yeah, banana.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Banana. Knock, knock. Who's there? Banana. Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange glad I didn't say banana.
Oh my fucking god. Because the annoying orange used to show up in like random YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And like some guy would talk and you just see like the corner.
He just come out and be like, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
Dude, that was like golden age of YouTube, bro. Like I remember, I don't know if you guys ever watched Kevin LaShawn, but he was a pretty big YouTuber, not crazy big, but a couple million followers, and he would make like basically Vines before Vine was a thing.
You guys remember the Storm?
The Storm?
The Storm Powers.
What?
From what?
he was like this. He was just like huge black guy who would rap and he did comedic stuff.
No.
He was like a big early YouTuber.
Maybe. If I saw him, I might recognize him.
He did a song with Ray William Johnson. You guys remember Your Favorite Martian?
No.
What?
No. I don't remember that.
You guys know who Ray William Johnson is, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
no.
He and his team made their own like weird gorillas like band.
Yeah.
So like it was all animated. They had like their own like characters or whatever. It was called Your Favorite Martian. They did an animated short series along with it, and they came out with all these songs. Well, you probably know a couple of songs.
Was one like when he was dancing and he was doing like the
Tickle
yeah.
Tickle bitty.
Yeah,
that's them. You Ain't Seen My Balls.
Yeah, maybe.
You ain't seen my balls.
Oh yeah.
You ain't seen my balls.
I don't know that one.
Dude, like Orphan Tears.
Nah, dude, Ray William Johnson. Did he make a comeback like a couple years ago? Like he tried to make.
No,
a comeback?
he's recently been. If you look on like YouTube Reels, like he does basically equals 3, except small like TikTok versions.
Yeah, I just miss I miss waking up in the morning and like scrolling through Vine. And just seeing like I never liked the big streamers or the big like Viners really like I liked they're big now or like they were big like bigger content creators but they weren't like King Batch big or Lele Pons big.
He was not funny.
He was not funny.
Yeah,
he's not funny at all.
Yeah, he had like maybe 3.
Who I thought was funny was like Demetrius Harmon. He was funny. Meech on Mars. He was funny.
Yeah.
Before
she went crazy, the one chick, Chloe something, she was funny. Like
a lot of the really funny people on Vine didn't end up like taking their like the people who decided like move to YouTube when Vine shut down. I don't think we're the funniest people. Like
there was that one guy that used to like I forget his name.
Caleb said he was funny. It was funny.
Who was that? Who was that dude who was like
John? Okay.
That was him.
Like, what up? My name's Jared. I'm 19.
Yeah.
Like that guy had some really funny stuff. I haven't seen him anywhere since.
Yeah.
I think I like Caleb City a lot because he's like you ever see the video where it's just like, "Hi, John's asleep," or he's like, "Hey, he's asleep. Prank him, John."
Yeah.
That he has some really creative content. Like even on YouTube now, like it's pretty good. Like I enjoy his videos.
Wow, that's just so funny. Like that's shit that made Vine funny.
Yeah.
Not that like, oh, I did a backflip.
LA Turtle. Yeah, that was to do with the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
I'll have to. You know what it is? I don't.
Jared, do you want to go see Uncle Carl?
Yeah.
Do you want to go see Uncle Carl? Did you ever see? Wait, did you guys saw the one where he was like, "Mom, I'm a doctor." He's like, "You're adopted." And he's like, they're going in a circle, and it's just him, and he's like in between. He's like, you'll see him transitioning. characters.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's like,
funny.
he's like, I'm not adopted.
I
I'm
didn't know
adopted.
his name.
Yeah, Dad. I'm not your dad.
Yeah, LA Turtle.
Dude, he is
That guy
so
was funny.
Is he around now? Or did he just drop off face of the earth?
I want to watch. I'm watching that video now. I have to.
No, all the old Vines.
Dude, I have to watch it.
Someone said in the podcast a while ago, like, didn't like the Twitter bought out Vine just to, like cancel it
because it was bad. It was overtaking their.
Yeah, they went to fuck around with like Periscope and stuff, and then they shut down Periscope.
Yeah.
they wanted to just shut that down.
Periscope.
Yeah, it was like a way of like live streaming yourself.
Oh.
They had different things.
Yeah.
No, they used to do that for school. When did they Periscope it to like record the session or whatever it was?
If your school did that, maybe.
No,
yeah.
I think we did it at Springford. I swear to God, a couple years ago, or not a couple years ago.
I've never used Periscope.
Periscope.
No, that's a lie. I used Periscope one time for CIY because we were at a beach and we were trying to call into something. Yeah, that's it. It's
Periscope. Oh, CIY. I never did that. I should have done that.
No, I miss what was I wish I remember. I was better with remembering names, because like there's a bunch of people I can like envision, but I can't really like remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that I just missed the days of Vine. It was just easier.
Simpler times.
You know.
It is sad because like there's like it always is funny. It's like I'll see like a TikTok or like an Instagram video, and I'll look at the comments, and it's like, yo, this has Vine energy. This has Vine, and it's like you.
I hate energy. It was I mean you guys have probably seen it because it's pretty old, but it was like I can like it's weird. I can really like walk up to someone and like interpret their energy and know like if I can hang around them or not. And I'm like. You mean you know if you like someone or not? like it's so like, oh yeah, some people are douchebags.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to tell. You don't need to.
Yeah, their vibes off. Bro.
Their vibes off. Nah, he just punched the guy in the face. His vibe's not off. He's a weirdo.
What was the one where it's like, I saw something on Twitter where it was like a whole thread of shit, and it was like some chick was trying to be like edgy or whatever, and she was like, I had this super cool connection with one of this stranger that I've met a couple years ago. We hang out all the time, and the person was like, "You mean your friend?" Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like she was trying to be like whatever.
You want to be a true empath? Talk to a rapist and understand why he did it. Huh? That's true empath shit.
I always love those videos where it's like, listen, I know I cheated on you, but I'm an empath.
Yeah, I'm an empath.
So your pain is my pain.
Yeah.
I love That's because there's people out there that like, believe that shit.
Yeah.
That are like, hey, listen.
I believe I'm a real empath because I can look a murder in the eyes and and be like, yeah, I get it, man. Like, dude, if you can explain to me why you did something, I can probably understand.
No, you have to be able to. You have to be able to do that after he kills your family.
Yeah, I can probably do that. It's pretty simple. Dude.
You just sit down. So Big Jimbo.
I mean, you gotta explain it. I'm not just gonna take it like you just gotta deeply explain it, but I could probably understand. I'm a pretty understanding guy.
You just look at him. You're like, you know what? I understand.
Well, it's like I'm not gonna cross question it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him questions.
No,
like,
yeah.
If he can. I'm an empath.
You're a true
I understand.
I'm an empath.
That's
guys.
how. Oh my fucking god.
I'm an empath.
Oh my god. So do you really think you could look a murderer in the eye who like just like okay?
Wait,
all right.
look me in the eye.
Hey, yeah. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by
we
that?
brought you here for a reason.
Well,
don't move.
To understand and to agree with are two different things.
Yeah.
So I could meet a dude who like kills people for money.
Yeah.
And completely understand and be like, yeah, I completely understand what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna agree with it, but like that's. I could get an emotional standpoint of becoming a contract killer if I had to.
Yeah.
I think you have to be able to see yourself in their shoes. That's true understanding. Could you walk a mile in a rapist's shoes?
So
I don't think I want to do that.
I don't know if I want to do that.
And you ain't a real empath.
So what everyone should get from this podcast is
It's y'all bitches.
You're not real empaths.
Bro. Yeah, day. Just quit lying to yourselves.
Oh my fucking god. We really just spent the last hour just reminiscing.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was sick. Yeah, we're about to head on an hour. We'll try to keep them.
Oh, I forgot. Before I forget, Javen wanted me to mention Eli Apple is a terrible cornerback, and he should be dropped from the Bengals.
He got roasted, bro.
Yeah.
That man got roasted all over Twitter.
I know.
That shit was wild.
I know. But yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. But is that it? Anyone else wanna?
I'm pretty
Wanna
good.
say some weird shit?
No, I'm okay.
No, I'm okay.
All right. As always, guys, make sure you follow us on socials. We're gonna have all this stuff up everywhere now. We're on Amazon and Audible, so make sure you are tuning in to more avenues for you guys to listen to. All our links are in our bios. Yeah, that. And if that's it, guys, enjoy the rest of